Hi, this is Lulu from Romance Between the Sheets, and welcome to our November video book blog. This month I chose the book and it was torn by CJ Fallowfield. This was Lulu's first book by this author. However, Vicky has read Until We Collide and has reviewed that on our website. The reason I chose it firstly was because I love the cover. And also just one sentence which said, one will break her trust, one will break her heart, and one will kill for her. And there were actually heaps of 5-star reviews coming through, and there was a lot of chatter about it on Facebook, and I thought, oh, this actually sounds really good. Look, Torn is listed as a standalone new adult erotic with heavy on the angst. I agree, it's definitely new adult, it's definitely standalone. And it's definitely heavy on the angst. Honestly, it's quite depressing, especially during the last third of the novel. Yeah. Is it erotic? Look, perhaps for new adult maybe, but, you know, there was just too much... Look, I really felt sexually frustrated for basically the first half of the book because she's a virgin and, you know, you're kind of building up to them doing it. The story centres around 4 main characters being Billy, Nate, Josh and Skye, although predominantly it really is Skye and Nate's story. Yeah. As it progresses through, you know, as long as, you know, the parents provide supporting characters. Skye's mum and dad basically are, you know, 2 really main characters that support all the kids. It has many twists and turns. Look, it's a really hard book to review by all of us because there's just so many secrets and twists and turns. So look, here goes. So I'm going to go first and give my thoughts. Look, I've really struggled with what rating to give this book, and I'm going with 3.5 hearts. Basically, I found it really slow, and it really didn't grab me until after the Valentine's Day chapter, and then literally everything. It just literally just goes from
0 to 100.
I don't know, 0 to 100 kilometres 100 miles an hour, or whatever you say over in America. So look. The continual underlying story about Billy and his mum really annoyed me. Yes. Either disclose the big secrets or move on. Yeah. I really wanted Nate and Josh to find out the true story behind him and his mum. Skye's character, Skye's dad was another character that didn't really... I didn't have very good thoughts about until perhaps, you know, he really redeemed himself again after the Valentine's Day chapter. Yeah. And then I thought, oh, he's a good guy. I just thought that his curfews with Skye, I mean, she was a 19-year-old girl. It just didn't make sense to me. It was just bizarre. Anyway, I'm getting off track. So I just want to say what Nate and Josh go through with his mum and was really, really unbelievable and, again, depressing. There's so many secrets and endless sadness for all these 4 characters. By the end of the book, I was just really worn down. I have to say I didn't like Billy from the start of the book. Yeah. There was something about him. You knew something was wrong with him. The sexual build-up for Skye to lose her virginity was too long, in my opinion.
And boring.
And just don't get me started on the chapters with the 3-date scenario. I didn't get it. I thought it actually made me, in all honesty, I didn't like Skye after that section. It took me a long time, again, to warm up to her. With all the drama going on with the boys, to me, Skye was just secondary. It just was really, really bizarre for her. Okay, and I suppose I've got to say something positive, and the positive for me was my favourite my favourite part of this whole story was when Sky was in the kitchen and her back was to the front door, and someone walks in and, look, tears, but they were happy tears, finally, because there was just so many sad tears that I was just so relieved that the author was giving me something to be happy about. So, look, hey, in the end, Sky pays a really hefty price for this whole friendship with these three boys. There's one male character that I love, and he's sacrificed so much. And in all honesty, have a happy, romantic book on the standby after reading this, because you're going to need it. It took me... I had to go to a favourite series of mine, and I've read all 4 books to totally cleanse because this book is so intense. So, yeah, over to you, Vicky.
Well, I did like it. I thought the story was written very well. Like what a lot of people have said, it does seem to drag at the beginning. But, yeah, overall it was really depressing. I mean, this is a book that, you know, that you do feel. It really does make you feel. You can't help but not feel, you know, sadness, anger, frustration. You feel it all. But, yeah, I ended up just, even with the happy ending, I was so depressed. And, you know, I know that for some people out there, this is their lives, but I found it a bit unrealistic that so many things could go so wrong for these people. You know, it's always one thing after another, and it's just like, you know, I'd want to kill myself if that was happening in my life. I'm sorry. But, like, what's the point of just going on? You know, I loved Nate. He was definitely my favourite character out of the whole thing. Unfortunately, I did find him too self-sacrificing. You know, sometimes you need to let other people stand up for their own actions, and you can't protect them all the time. Some of it, quite a lot of it was predictable. Like Billy, I predicted him pretty much right from the start. There was, you know, a scene that happens at the beginning, a scene that happens towards the end, and as soon as this first scene happens, you knew the second one was going to happen. You know, Josh was sweet, but I hated him at the end. He really disappointed me with his choices and his actions. You know, I mean, that scene where he deliberately hurt Sky because he was upset with her was just, she did nothing wrong. She did nothing to deserve it, and he went out of his way to really hurt her. And after that, I lost all respect for him. You know, and Sky
I lost respect for her too.
So did I in that scene. It's like, no, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, Sky was nice. She's a young girl, but like, make up your mind already. You know. You know, like, it's not hard. You know who you want. Yeah. Just pick him. Yeah. That's it. You know. Yeah. And it's not really a love triangle. It's like a love rectangle. You know, like one girl, 3 guys. Yeah. Yes, I'll probably give it a 3. I'd say give it a 3. Just simply because of the fact that it really did leave me so depressed. You know, I don't mind books with angst, but that was just, I think it was just too much for me to handle, to be honest. Yeah. So, what about you, Christine?
Well, I did give it 3.5. One thing, I really love Nate. I thought he was a good character. I do think he was also very self-sacrificing. But also, I liked her parents, but I really didn't care for Sky. I thought I don't know, I wanted her to be more mature in a sense, especially when she got into her 20s, because this book also takes great leaps in time.
Yes, it does.
And, so I didn't care for her. I hated Billy. I didn't think he needed to be in the story at all, actually. And I wasn't that fond of Josh. I mean, I liked him at first, but then
he was very immature.
Yeah, he was very immature.
Yeah.
And by going more on the story, I thought it was overly dramatic, especially from 60% to 90%. And I'm a crier, I'll admit it. I cry at the drop of a hat.
Yep.
And I cried literally from 60% to 90%. And though I enjoy a good cry, I also enjoy a little bit of happiness. And it just was unbalanced for me. I needed some more balance in there, and the happy ending wasn't happy enough. To outweigh what had just happened. And the beginning it did drag on. It was written very well, very descriptive. I definitely could visualize everything, and that's a gift, because not all books do that. But it was just overly dramatic. But otherwise, I really did enjoy reading it. I enjoyed crying, like I said, but I just needed more happy to go with it.
That's a good way to say it. Just more happy.
Because that there had been happy moments that happened in our life over a 4-year period, basically. It couldn't have all been drama.
I think, like, also when you're saying about Josh, maybe he was so immature because Nate took over and was the big brother for him. Maybe that's why Josh, like, you can sit here and analyse it until the cows come home and figure out why those 3 boys all had the mannerisms they did. And it does make sense, but like you said, we all wanted a bit of happiness.
Right. We need the happy.
That's why we like romance.
That's right.
And I agree with you. We need to get to the sex.
But But anyway, it's all good. All right, so that's all our thoughts?
I think so.
I think so.
All right, well, I'll finish off by wishing everyone a happy Christmas. We're actually going to take a break next month, and there'll be no video book blog for December. However, we're all very excited because in January we're going to be doing Satisfaction by Lexi Blake, which is book 2 of the Lawless series. We've already done a video book blog on book 1, so check that out on our website. And see you later.
Bye.
Merry 2017.
Bye.